All right, guys, you know we've been talking about it for a while. We finally made the step to cooling our garage out here so we can move some of the reptiles into it. Let's take a look. All right, guys, so we're here with Carlos from AZ Performance. How you doing, Carlos? Thank you so much. You actually know a good friend of mine out here, John, right? You're related to John Galvin of AZ Dragons. Awesome bearded dragons if you need to check it out. And he actually, you helped him get his garage set up with cooling for his reptiles a while back, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so he definitely recommended you. He's been enjoying his setup. We got this Aris, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Aris.
Aris, which you kind of recommended to me because it's a Wi-Fi unit, which is awesome. So if you're away on vacation or something and you need to adjust anything, you can definitely do that. This is a 2-ton unit, so it's pretty big. But we wanted to kind of overkill for this garage just because Arizona gets so hot. All right, now very important for mini splits obviously is electricity. And so, you know, I kind of learned a little bit about electricity, but your house has like an electrical box, right? Sure. And you need space for that electrical box, the amount of electricity that's needed. So a mini split like this would use how much electricity?
This is a 220, so probably about I think it's a 15 amp double breaker, so it doesn't really pull much.
Okay. In my breaker box, I saw that like there's empty slots, right? Is each of those slots like 110 volts? I'm just trying to understand a little better.
No, so there's a bracket. It just kind of depends on what. So each bracket holds a certain amount of voltage, and then depending on what breaker you put, that's based off what voltage goes. So if you put a single breaker on one of the pads, then you have a 120, but if you pull a double, then that's 220.
Okay, nice.
So it just depends on what breaker you use.
And then framing is obviously real important. I would always hear my dad say like 16 off center or something like that. Like, is that how these are kind of studded or yeah?
Yeah. 16.
Okay, cool. And then obviously you need a hole for the electrical stuff to kind of come on in and everything. So this will look all pretty and stuff here sometime soon, and we'll check back with you in a little bit. All right, so Carlos is putting the finishing touches on the condenser. So this is Mario. You've been helping Carlos out today, right, Mario? Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do out here?
So my name is Mario Rivera. Right now, today, obviously, I'm helping out Carlos today with AZ Performance. We're installing a mini split system in this garage. It's a 2-ton unit. So, I mean, it'll keep the garage pretty cool.
Okay, nice.
Cool. So it should be more than enough to keep it pretty cool. And,
yeah,
I mean,
and you got your own business out here as well?
Yes, I do. Yes,
what's the name of that, and what do you do there?
MDA Grading and Demolition Services.
Okay.
So basically, we do concrete work. We do block walls, cinder block walls. We do pavers, grading, demolition work, any type of demolition work, whether it's home demolitions, concrete work, stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Carlos was telling me because a lot of reptile people, sometimes they want to build like sheds and stuff in their backyard that need like a concrete foundation to like build a reptile room. Absolutely. So we might be talking to you in the future about that. Can you briefly tell me what's the purpose of a condenser in relationship to the mini split?
So the condenser itself, it's basically, say, like if we're talking about a car itself, it's basically the engine of the car.
Okay.
So basically, it's the motor behind it. It's what keeps all the refrigerant pumping into what we would call the head that's inside of the garage right now. The head basically is what's going to be blowing all the air into it.
Yeah.
But basically, your condenser is what's going to keep your refrigerant cooling down in order to pump it to the head itself.
Keeps everything running.
Yes,
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Carlos. We'll go inside in a second and turn on the Wi-Fi and check out the system as soon as it's ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, the unit is running right now. So 61, is that what it's set to? I remember you were saying something like it doesn't blow at the temperature you set it at or something, right? It just blows cold, right?
Blows cold. So 61, if it was to reach 61 degrees, it'll shut off.
Gotcha. Wow, I can really feel the power of that. Look, it's like blowing this. Dang, yeah, that 2-ton's gonna definitely keep airflow nice in here. Okay, perfect. Well, we're gonna mess around with it a little bit more. There's an app and Wi-Fi settings. So this Aris brand, which you started stocking a lot of now or working with more, you really like it because of the Wi-Fi features. It kind of makes it a little bit more millennial, new age kind of, huh? Well, I'm gonna talk to these guys a little bit on their way out, but thank you so much, Carlos, again from AZ Performance Heating and Cooling, which is what this is going to do. You also do other like handyman stuff. I know you were telling me. So if someone's got a job they're looking for, they could reach out to you and potentially get a quote or something, right? And then Mario over here with MDA grading and demolition services. That's awesome. So if you need something destroyed or rebuilt, Mario's your guy. So thank you so much, Mario. Appreciate it. I'll get your information. I'll link it in the video below, and same with Carlos over here. So look forward to seeing you guys in the future, and hopefully more reptile people will take advantage of your awesome services.
Yes,
so
definitely.
thanks, guys. This 2-ton unit is very strong. You can see all the way on the opposite side of the room, which is 20 feet away, the paper towel plastic bags are moving. The air that's pumping out of here 20 feet away is reaching all the way down there, which is perfect. Now we just need fans to kind of catty corner air flowing both opposite ways, and we should be good. Kind of get like a whole cross draft going in here. And you can see right here where the air is blowing is 81. So we're looking at like a high in the room of like 95, and then obviously this middle area is low into the 70s here. So that's what we're going to need fans for, to circulate the air around this room to kind of evenly push both warm and cool air around so that the entire room stays between 83 to 88 throughout the day. I can also set this warmer than 80, and it will start to go into warming mode where it's pumping out hot air, which will be mainly for the winter. But for the summertime right now, you kind of want it pumping out the cool air until it hits a certain temperature, and then it can cut off. All right, guys, well, basically this Wi-Fi mini split unit is set up. It's blowing pretty cool air right now. I only have it set at 80 up there for the room, but obviously the air that's blowing out of it is 69 degrees, so it's pretty cold air. That's where a little bit of the balancing is gonna come into play. We're gonna put a bunch of high power fans in here, probably mount them to the ceilings to keep air flowing in here, just like this would be an incubator essentially. But so far so good. I mean, it's probably over 100 degrees outside right now. You can see this garage door where the sun is hitting. There's no insulation panel down there, and it's only 93. On the insulation panels it's 89. On this wall right here, it's 93, and this has only been going for a little time, and it's going to take a little while to kind of dial this in, and then we also need to get the circulation going. So once all of that, the circulation's in play and everything like that, I think we're going to be good to go. We have these really nice lights already put in. I'm going to change those out to be brighter white like this, and we should have a nice little reptile facility in here, guys. Stick around for the update on how this whole garage and extension of our facility turns out, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, have yourselves a Geeky Gecko great day. Peace.